Look there off in the distance. You stare out the window. You look out at what normal life used to be. There's the basketball court you used to play basketball on. You can't play basketball on it anymore because we're quarantined. There is the old bakery on the corner where you used to buy your bagels. You used to buy your donuts. And maybe you even got yourself a coffee, but you can't because it's out of business. It's quarantine. But wait, hold on a minute. In the distance, my, I haven't seen it in ages. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It's Rob!
Is this microphone cord 6 feet?
This dude's brews on a porch.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
Rob is back.
I'm back.
He's back and he's better than ever. He's large and he's in charge looking for chickies.
Yep. My temperature's been taken
Temperature's
every
been
way
taken.
possible.
Your nose has been inspected.
Yep.
You had a thing shoved up there.
Yeah, it's clean. It's clean as
And
a
that
whistle.
bitch came back clean as a whistle. A pleasant, great whistle. Rob is on the program. Remember him?
Yeah. I forgot how to do this.
Yeah, you said you were nervous and you had a lot of anxiety on the way, just on the 2-minute drive here.
Yep. Well, the drive here gave me anxiety about it because I couldn't talk right.
You couldn't insult somebody correctly, right?
Yeah, some asshole that cut me off, and I tried to call him. I don't know what I tried to call him, I guess, but I ended up calling. He made my laptop fall over, and I was like, "Thanks a lot, Duke.
Duke.
You dish. Yeah, I mean, you douche, dick, ass. God damn it."
I mean,
And then I dropped my phone on the ground, and I was like, "This is going to be great. Can't talk, can't use my hands."
well, I'll tell you, Rob. I will keep your secrets between you, me, and the wall.
All right.
Which happens to be the name of the beer that we're also drinking. Wow. Segues.
That's a great segue.
Yeah, I still got it. Brought to you by the fine folks at Sheeps Brewing Company. It is 6.6 in the ABVs. NA on the IBUs is an IPA, a milkshake IPA. A milkshake IPA with Vic Secret hops, lactose, and vanilla.
What's Vic Secret hops?
Vic Secret hops is a type of hops.
Oh, I thought it was
that
like
grow-
very important, something that starts with a C.
Who the hell is Vic? I don't know. Who's
Vic
Randy?
Secret.
Huh?
Vic Secret. And
Vic
his
Secret.
hops.
Vic Secret sounds like a good adult star.
Yeah.
Hey, so we talk about porn from time to time in the program. So recently, and this is how I want to get things started, Rob. Oh, well, let's talk about the beer first. Let's put a pin in what I was about to say. Let's talk about the beer. It is very cloudy, as a lactose IPA should, or a milkshake IPA should. It smells fucking amazing, and it looks good. And the picture on Instagram, I gotta say, professional quality.
That was a great picture.
So, Rob, let's cheers to each other. I missed you. Wow,
I'm afraid. Yeah, that was. I'm afraid to spill mine. Mine's right up to the brim.
our butts sound weird when they bump together.
Yeah. Mine is right up to the brim. That's probably why. That's not. You said I might not like this one. It's not bad.
No, you don't mind it?
Yeah, right off the top, it's pretty good. I haven't had a beer in a month, though.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Since we last recorded? You
Since
haven't
we
had-
last recorded, I have not drank any alcohol.
Once again, I'm ruining your sobriety.
Well, I'll cheers to that.
It got stuck in my throat there. That vibrato.
No, it's good. But so I was watching Boy Meets World on Disney Plus. Me and Carissa watched.
Now this is a porn story.
Yes, we
Let's
watched.
start out that way.
Yeah, we watched the whole series, and then later in the later seasons, I don't know, the last 2 or 3 maybe, a character called Rachel comes in the picture.
Is this the roommate to the two guys?
Yeah,
The hot redhead.
Correct.
All right.
The hot redhead.
Walks around in a small towel, even though she's got 2 male roommates. I think they pretended they were gay for a while. Is that true?
Nah, no, I don't.
Okay, but they fought over it because there was a Lawrence brother that came in as well.
Matthew Lawrence. Yes, correct. So
Eyebrow Lawrence.
I was I don't know if he's eyebrow Lawrence.
He has eyebrows.
That might be Andy. Yeah, but
I will say just before you continue, Eric?
Yep. Eric.
Awesome. I love that guy. Actor.
Will Friedle?
Yeah, whoever he is. What's his name? Will Friedle?
Will Friedle.
Will Friedle. I like that guy. I wish he did more things. He was
Poor
also
man's Will Ferrell. Get it?
I thought he was the communist Will Ferrell.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I like that.
But he did the naked mole rat on Kim Possible. Mm-hmm. I was like, I like this guy's choices.
No, he wasn't. He was Ron Stoppable.
Yeah, he was Ron. Was he Ron Stoppable? That's right. Yeah, he was Ron. My bad. Okay, now I get my facts made. Either way, it doesn't matter.
But anyways, I was scoping, like I was just interested because I've seen a lot of these episodes and I remembered them, so I'm kind of like peeping at Twitter for a minute, and I was like, I wonder what some of these people are up to. I'm interested to see, just kind of. I haven't seen them in anything really since Boy Meets World, so I'm just gonna, out of curiosity, fall down a Twitter and IMDb rabbit hole.
All right.
I go the actress who played Angela, Sean's girlfriend in college. I looked up her. She's on Instagram. She recently came out and put some people on blast from Boy Meets World for being rude and calling her a bitter bitch and saying some racist stuff.
This is Angela?
This is Angela.
And I don't want to, I know that we shouldn't look through these lenses.
She's the African American in the program.
She's a black person.
Yeah.
Okay. Also attractive.
Yeah. She was like in her 20s when they were in high school doing the high school thing. She was like mid 20s. Yeah. Good for her. Anyways, she hasn't, from my knowledge, really done much. I look at Ben Savage, who plays Corey Matthews. What's this guy been doing? Oh, the last thing was Girl Meets World, which flopped. It's not his fault. Is what it is. And then
did they really expect that to go over well?
I think they were really like digging in that nostalgia grave.
Yeah.
But I get to Rachel. I look up Matt Lawrence. He's actually done a ton of stuff. A lot of
Lawrence brothers were in so much stuff back in the 90s.
Right. And they're all working still. They're all doing a lot of indie stuff. But anyways, I get to the girl who plays Rachel. Her name is Maitland Ward, and I was like, what is she up to? And I hop on her Twitter, and I see in the bio that she has an OnlyFans account. And if someone has an OnlyFans account, Rob, it's all about the booty. Like they're showing things going in, they're showing things going out. It's a subscription based.
Can you tell by the look on my face that I don't understand what you're talking about?
OnlyFans. So say I have an OnlyFans, I charge people to access my OnlyFans content.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Which is like videos, usually pictures, things like that. And 99% of the time, it's
so it's not like one of those
pornographic.
Things, like Spencer Crittenden. If you want to get to his Twitter, you got to like ask his permission, and then he that's what I thought it meant.
Not like that.
All right, I got you.
So
you got to see Spencer makes you he makes you answer trivia about him.
Oh, really?
And if you don't get it right, he won't let you be his Twitter follower.
I like that.
That's not true. It seems like that should be the case, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but she, I'm on her Twitter now, and the first thing I see is RT and like for quarantine bush. And this is what you get. That is a nude picture.
Yeah, it is.
That is her.
Yeah.
She
her areolas are bigger than I thought back when I was a kid, I guess.
She hopped on the adult star train, man. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, I guess part of me expected that most of those people would end up there.
I was really thrown off guard, and I was just like, wow,
that is kind of weird, I guess. You don't hear about those stories. You hear about the Lindsay Lohans and the Hillary Duffs who
Hillary Duff didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I guess
she was good. But Lindsay Lohan.
But they all go on to do their Maxim and have a clothesline and whatever and
spiral out of control at one point.
Well, Brittany. I don't think Hillary Duff was ever a big enough star.
Well, that's rude of her to say. She's coming back, or
she was supposed to bring back Lizzie McGuire. They were gonna like reboot it or something.
Well, that doesn't that just go to show how far she didn't make it in her acting? I know she
looks like she's having a happy life. Rob.
she walked away from acting as far as I
You're
don't
concerned?
know. I don't know. She went into fashion if I know correctly.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure she like makes purses or something.
Well, perhaps.
Yeah, like when you get into the like real big Disney stars, they spiral out of control and their porn is released for free. So I guess good for Angela. At least she's fan based.
You mean Rachel?
Yeah. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, like I said, today I'm not going to be good with words. I'm not going to be good with information.
What are you going to be good with, Rob?
Pointing out the size of areolas, and yours are stunning, by the way.
Have you been practicing like what you're going to say on the podcast? Have you been like in the shower thinking about, Jesus Christ, what you're gonna say and do? Hey, I got to put this on pause for a second, all right?
Okay.
You
can turn the brightness up.
Where's the pause button? Well, we're good. We'll just keep going. All right, I'm sorry.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, it's great. Great.
I turned that brightness down because are we paused?
No.
I was watching Ancient Aliens because it puts me to sleep now.
Ancient Aliens does?
Ancient Aliens, I've watched it so many times and it always makes me pass out, but I don't like to have light when I sleep, so I turn the dimness down.
What is it about Ancient Aliens that makes you sleep? Is it boring for you? You're saying you're better than it, Rob?
No, I think I just know what they're going to say. Because my problem with sleeping with the TV on is I always want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
So I have to watch something so many times that I know what's happening.
Okay.
And then I won't continuously open my eyes to watch what's happening.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you get like a noise machine?
Yeah. That would
You know what's going to happen next? The same.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Normally, I don't sleep with anything on. I sleep in silence and listen to my house settle, or my apartment settle. But
what does that mean?
It just the creaks. I swear, there's an animal in my. You
don't
attic.
sleep with any clothes on either?
Pajama pants.
You said you don't sleep with anything on, so I'm assuming you're naked.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair assumption, based on what I said. No, I'm too embarrassed to sleep naked.
Are you really?
Yeah,
by yourself?
by myself.
You're too embarrassed to sleep naked by yourself?
I'm brutal, man. I'm very hard on myself.
In what way?
Not the good way. No, but normally I need silence and darkness, complete.
I mean, I think most people need silence and darkness to sleep.
Most people I talk to need a TV on.
The whole time?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can fall asleep.
You don't have a TV
on.
in your room, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do.
We don't really utilize it all that much. And
It's good. It's not good for you.
At some point when we fall asleep, or whatever, if I fall asleep and then Carissa falls asleep, I wake up and I turn it off.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that sleep with a TV on. They need that noise, and as soon as the noise goes away, they wake up.
Really?
And when I was younger, I used to need music because I would think too much when I was one of those people that tried to think about how to go to sleep, and that like is a surefire way to keep yourself awake. But every once in a while when I can't sleep, I was having some real bad like anxiety over this last month. My therapy, which is you and our audience.
Me?
This is, I didn't have any outlet.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I really need it. There was like, I could not sleep. It got to be like 2 a.m. I had to work in the morning for the first time after being off for a while. And it was like Ancient Aliens. And I did it. I was out before the first commercial break.
Yeah. Is it boring? Is it a boring show? Or is it
No, it's super interesting. I will say I like it more so because of the factual information that they show, not their theories on everything being alien related.
Sure.
Like Puma Punku, like I'm down to watch some information about that. It's a Puma Punku. You don't know or
Puma
Punko?
Punku?
I might be saying it wrong, but
Puma Nuka Nuka. That's a fish.
Teotihuacan.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Machu Picchu, you know that one, right?
I know where Machu Picchu is. Yeah.
All right. That's Pikachu on steroids.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
But
still got it.
but I like watching that kind of like seeing what's going on there and that it's just like it's interesting. I would have never known about those places without Ancient Aliens. So kudos to them for showing it.
Oh, sweet.
But anyway, what were we talking about before the pause and the brightness?
I don't know. Porn.
Porn. That's
But
right.
just I was just crazy, weird. She does that thing now. So if you're interested and want to do some research, Maitland Ward, find her on Twitter.
I mean, what? Okay, thinking back to the Disney glory days of our youth,
Yeah.
Even Stevens, Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, man.
Who? I mean, I really thought Christy Carlson Romano was going to go somewhere.
I think she still probably does.
Yeah, she acts, but I mean, okay. I saw. Did you ever see the horror movie Mirrors? Or
Yeah, she was in it.
yeah, and she like I saw that she got naked in it.
Yep.
Not to like, we'll keep this tied together. And my first thought when I saw that was, "Oh, Christy."
What was her name? Ren?
I don't know.
Ren, I think her name was
but
in the show.
It made me angry that she like. I guess when I see that, I go, that means like she had to. She like some other actresses probably turned down that role because of the nudity, like which means to me like through like I don't know variables of equations I don't know the names of like. She was like, okay, I'll lower my standards so I can get work.
Yeah.
And she didn't need to, I didn't think.
Well, that's nice of you to say. But
then Shia LaBeouf puts a bag on his head and the dude can't stop getting...
you had a lot of problems, Shia LaBeouf.
I don't really. I
Seems
think
like he's getting a lot of help now, which is good.
I liked his... I did like his little weirdness is that he did.
He's got a lot of good movies, from my understanding. I haven't seen them, but
He's
they're
method,
good.
I guess. Like I heard that in Fury, Brad Pitt kicked him out of something because he didn't shower for 3 months. Because if you're in a tank for 3 months, you don't get to shower for 3 months.
that's gross.
Yep, and I believe Brad Pitt felt the same way.
Interesting. Yeah. So how else has quarantine? Since I've last seen you, Rob, I've ran 2 half marathons.
How'd that go? What place did you get?
First, both
Seriously?
times.
Really?
Yeah, I was by myself.
Oh, okay, nice. All right.
There were virtual runs. The first one I did, it raised some money for PPE for healthcare workers.
Awesome.
I did that around, and I ran in the neighborhood here. I did that in like 1 hour and 58 minutes and some seconds. Pretty good.
Not a bad way to spend an hour.
Almost
2
2
hours.
And then the other one,
Well, to me, it's a bad way, but to you,
then-
not so much.
and then I painted my kitchen right afterwards, which I don't know if you noticed.
I didn't.
I painted the kitchen.
I did not.
Did you paint? Did you notice the wall I did?
Nope.
You didn't notice the planking on the wall I put up?
Nope.
It's very different than what it.
I was too busy looking at you as a stunning creature. You look taller, you look thinner, your hair looks good.
I don't know how I'm taller.
I don't know either, but you did it. You pulled it off.
Yeah, the second half marathon was a little rougher, or more rough, however you want to fucking say it. I raised money for a local business, and I donate all the proceeds to that.
What business?
Annie's Fountain City Cafe.
I was gonna guess Annie's.
Yeah. So then I did that, and then I picked a trail that had some more inclines, and it sucked. It was very hard. I did that one in 2 hours and 2 minutes, or something like that.
Nice.
So not too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty
Only
good.
4 minutes off.
I couldn't run for 2 hours straight.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, 13.14 miles, bud.
I was gonna bike here today, but then I wore tight pants, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
So yeah, I'm still running.
I started skating.
Yeah,
again.
dude, you sent me a video and you're shredding.
I
Like you
hurt-
never lost it.
Hurt myself really bad.
Did you?
Last weekend?
Board go right up the butt.
No.
Not yet?
Not yet. I haven't tried anything that would cause that to happen because I am afraid. But no, I fell really hard on my shoulder and I couldn't lift my arm up past my.
Ooh, really?
Like it still hurts pretty bad when I get to like I think it was a rotator cuff, but started feeling better today a little bit.
Jeez. All right.
But I got the trick afterwards.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, so I've been doing that to get out of the house and exercise a bit. Otherwise, it's just been a lot of
Nothing.
nothing. Yeah.
How's the Facebook dating life?
I didn't look at it for a while, and I actually just looked at it a couple days ago.
Because you knew you were coming here.
It wasn't even about that. It was before we put the date out. It was because my notification said you have 10 new recommended people.
Yeah. Did you like the recommendations?
A couple of them. I shot some things out there and whatever. I will say I've seen recently. You remember how we changed my profile?
Yep.
Like I've seen so many people with almost like without the obvious like I'm on a podcast and whatever.
Yeah.
But like the majority of what they have in their profile is exactly what I put in my profile.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just not original.
No, you made an original profile.
Yeah,
I did not. That's so I'm not original.
Oh.
Forgive me for putting my heart out there. On my virtual sleeve.
The I'm a phony complex came out from Rob. We missed it.
What?
Because you said what I put out was original, what you put out was not, or you said I'm not original or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're just calling yourself a phony.
I don't know if that makes me a phony. I was still being honest.
Sure. Stop ridiculing yourself.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But I would say it's more phony to say I'd save a cat from a burning tree because I don't know if I'd risk even a first-degree burn for a cat.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I would. I'm joking. I would. But that's not as anything, I guess.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah. I got the COVID test. Stuck the thing up my nose.
I got the same test for when I got tested for whooping cough, provided by your brother.
Nice.
He gave me the whooping cough.
I didn't know my brother. He didn't even give it to me.
Ryan had it.
What an asshole.
Yeah. What a
Pick for your reason. But like I will say this. This is weird. This isn't going to be funny, but this is true. I never wanted to snort something so bad in the last couple years or few years of sobriety and whatever. Like after getting that thing stuck up my nose, it felt like I had just snorted something and I wanted to snort something that whole day.
Really?
I was like twitching out. Like, yeah, it was.
Fuck?
I don't normally get cravings for doing anything, but that really set me up.
What are you craving? Some pixie sticks?
I don't think it would have mattered. I honestly,
devil's dandruff?
At one point, I
that
thought
bug of sugar?
I thought about aspirin. Like, I was like, that's all I got.
Just crush it up. I mean, that's I don't think that's unusual for former users to have flashbacks or triggers that.
Yeah, I just didn't think that sticking a Q-tip up my nose was going to be a trigger.
And it's painful too. It's not comfortable.
But neither is like, okay, so I was snorting methadone at the end there.
Methadone.
Yeah, which is not something you should ever snort. It burns and it hurts.
What is it? Isn't that to get like people down from things or?
No, that's
What about the methadone clinic?
Methadone, like the methadone clinic, methadone is a painkiller in a certain way, but there's something different about the liquid methadone versus pill methadone. But it's really like it's easier to wean people off. It's easier to control the dosages and stuff. So it's like, and you can I don't. But either way, you should never. Nobody should snort it. I don't remember who introduced me to that concept, but
Some piece of shit.
it burns so bad. It
burns.
But after a week, you want it. You want the burn. You want it to feel that way. You want it. Yeah, like it doesn't hurt. You destroy your sinus, really, is what it comes down to. Like, I went to the dentist and got an x-ray, and one half of my face was just like, you could see the sinus on one side, and the other side, it was just like nothing. But yeah, so
that was
like,
your snorting side.
and that was the side that I always used. I tried to do like the other side, but it was just, it hurt so bad.
One
Like,
nostril's better than the other? Which nostril did you prefer?
left, this one. The one that they put the Q-tip up.
Maybe it like just triggered some old memories.
It did.
Oh,
Yeah.
reliable.
It totally
Getting
did.
some use again.
It was all about the feeling. It felt like I just snorted a methadone. So I guess that maybe that's a way to keep people away from like snorting things. Maybe it feels like sticking a Q-tip up there.
Like, and it's not just like sticking a Q-tip up there.
It's way up there.
It's way the fuck up there. You got to tilt your head back, and it goes deep.
Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah, that nurse
Indeed.
definitely went deep in me.
It like pokes at your brain and stuff. And I don't know. Like I said, I've never, I'm very fortunate enough to have never had the battle of addiction. I think I like I said, I think I'm addicted to coffee. I think once again I need to lay off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started drinking Cameron's.
What is it? I don't know what that is.
It's it's like it's just a type of coffee, I guess. It's like Folgers, but it's Cameron's.
Okay.
So it's like I don't know if it's an independent coffee company or it's just a smaller coffee. Like they just make gourmet coffees or whatever.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good.
Cool. Have you heard of the ones with like that's made out of mushrooms?
Nope.
Joe Rogan talks about it. I've heard. I kind of want to try it. There's one coffee company I want to try called Bones Gourmet Coffee Company. They got like great flavors, like s'mores, bacon and maple. They got
That
like
sounds good.
Yeah, dude. They got some like, and we can get a sample pack. You in? We want to do some coffee episodes?
I'm down for that.
I'll order it.
All right, cool.
Get done.
Let
We
me
have
know what I owe you.
We have a special sample of something coming that we have to talk about in a future episode
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Sweet.
and give out some links and promo codes.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Not MeUndies.
Oh, damn
But,
it. Dude, you texted me before the show that you reached out to me on these and then you say something like that.
I did reach out to MeUndies, and we'll see what happens, man. Should I read the email? Can we dive into the marketing world of Dudes with Brews?
Let's do it.
And by marketing world, it's just
It's Drew. I do nothing.
Oh,
I bought a splitter and then I was like, I contributed for this month.
yeah, it's fine. Where
I did want to. I really was mad that I didn't get to be here for the Ozark.
you probably went to fucked up his last name.
I was so bummed when he started talking about Jason Bateman being a good, like how his directing style, because like I watched The Outsider, and Jason Bateman directed the first like 4 episodes of that, and I didn't realize that Jason Bateman directed it, but the directing was so good that I had to look to see who the director was because it was like amazing.
Yeah.
He is such a good director.
Shows in Ozark too.
And I haven't watched the Ozarks yet. But I did watch, I binged a few episodes of that Lock and Key show.
I finished that. We finished that completely. I'm on episode 3 of season 1 of Ozarks. Ozark.
Oh, dang, yeah.
Yeah, I'm behind. But I didn't tell him that.
Yeah, you mentioned that you have kids and stuff. And
I don't get to, and it's true.
I thought you did good on selling that you liked it.
I do like it.
Well, that's why you did good on selling it, I guess.
I just haven't watched a lot of it.
That's one that I watched the preview for it, and for whatever reason, like I was like, I like Jason Bateman. It looks like a gritty show or whatever,
Yeah.
but I was like, I'm not gonna watch it.
It's about money laundering.
Yeah,
It's good. First episode.
I'll watch it.
Here's the email I sent. So this is marketing.
To MeUndies.
This is marketing.
This is how you get sponsors.
A remix.
I can't talk today.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That was rude.
It's not rude. It's fine.
I just, I was like, I'm gonna take a chance. I like MeUndies a lot, and I don't even, see what happens. It goes, hey pals. That's how I open it.
Nice.
Hope the world is treating you well. Things are weird. My name is Drew. I have a podcast called Dudes with Brews on a Porch. We've been going for almost 3 years now. Our mantra is craft brews, casual conversations. Pretty simple. One topic we bring up a fair amount is MeUndies. My co-host Rob and I love them. I have a subscription and look forward to them every month. I also have an Instagram called MeRunsies that documents and holds myself accountable to exercise and keep losing weight in a healthy manner. I have a pair of MeUndies while running always. Like I said, I love them. Our podcast isn't huge. We average maybe blank downloads a month.
We're not going to tell our listeners how many we get? We don't. Okay,
we got 4 digits.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it at that.
4 digits sometimes. We're trying to gain some momentum.
Digits means millions. Just saying.
Yeah, we make lots of millions. But what would it take for MeUndies to be a sponsor? We want to help where we can and get some folks to hop on the comfort train. Really, just having a promo code would be a badge of honor. No matter what, we'll always be fans. Just wanted to see if this is a possibility. I'm trying to step up my marketing, business skills, or person skills. Hopefully, it improves over time. Jokes aside, we love your products and would love to help. As always, we will continue to support and show your love your way. Thanks for your time. Please stay safe. Drew, creator, host, Dudes with Brews on the Porch.
Nice. I think...
Is that poor marketing?
No, I think the only thing that maybe was a little weird was when you said, I'm trying to work on my marketing skills.
Just cracking a joke.
Yeah.
Showing him an everyday guy. MeUndies and the CEO of MeUndies likes my shit on Instagram all the time.
Yeah. No, I think that's, if anything's going to get them in our corner.
Yeah.
Because, for the size of their company, I mean, our podcast is probably a small fish.
For sure. Yeah, 100% is.
So
I just been thinking a lot, Rob. I've been taking lunch breaks now, and then I just think about where do I really want to be professionally? What do I want to do professionally? And stuff like this. I don't want to, I'm like every person. I don't necessarily, I'm not fulfilled by my job. That's not a bad thing. I try to do my best day in and day out. I want to do my best. I want to be the ideal supervisor. I want to be the ideal boss. I want to be the ideal employee. I want to do a good job. I want to be able to exit every day and say, I made a difference to that company. I contributed in a positive manner. I do.
Gotcha.
But I'm not fulfilled by it. I don't live for the kind of work that I do. And I don't mean that in a bad way whatsoever. I'm not, the company.
I think most people are in that boat. And that's the thing. Any person that goes on to create and on a scale where they can support themselves with it,
yeah,
they will all tell you all it takes. You have to make that decision.
But
the difference between somebody who works a 9 to 5 that they just don't like,
right,
and a person who goes into a job that even if you're somebody who's like an accountant but you love accounting, you just love numbers, that person had to go, I love numbers, I should do something with this, and then gear life towards that. It's not going to come to you.
But I don't know how. I'm trying to do things like this.
Yeah,
I'm
but
reaching out to
doing the podcast and doing all that stuff, that's all part of it,
Yeah. But how do we get more people to listen? How do we... And it's not just this. It's just,
we have to be funnier, I think, because that's what it comes
funnier?
to. Yeah, we got to be funnier.
Did you listen to my intro last week's with
I didn't get you.
Carissa?
I told you what happened.
You told me what happened. It was gold, I think.
We need to hit that every week.
We've got some zingers in here. We got some knee slappers. We got some ha-ha, some ho-hos, some hee-hees.
Yeah, and clearly so many people agree.
10,000 million people have a fucking podcast. It's hard for them to land on ours.
Yeah, and especially when you've got two random dudes with random brews. How many? There's so many knockoffs.
You called me while I was
7 in the morning.
7 in the morning when I was at work, and you go, "Hey man, I just woke up and I'm outraged." I was like, "What's going on?"
That was better than an alarm.
What's going on? You're like, I go on Facebook and I see this podcast. It's called Two Brews, or what is it?
Random dudes with random brews.
Yeah. And you were infuriated. You were
mad about it.
They haven't posted for a while though, right?
I think once we looked into it, and this is like the 3rd time that's happened where I've called you outraged about another podcast. You go look it up and you go, they haven't posted anything in 4 years. So they were actually here before us, and died before we were born.
Those guys were after us.
But then the other one was. What was it? It was
about guys who read comics.
Yeah, it was comic dudes with comic brews or brews with comic dudes. That's what it was. And I read it like that, like I just said it. Brews with comic dudes, but it was actually supposed to be read at brews with comic dudes.
Not like comedians.
Yeah, not comic dudes, but comic dudes.
Dudes who read
that talk
comics.
about comic books. Yeah.
We're not the first people to think of this.
And
this
honestly,
show, of this idea.
I started thinking about that after we talked, and I was like, those comic dudes. That's a crossover gold mine. Dudes with brews and brews with comic dudes. We need to get together and get comic dudes with brews.
They haven't done anything in a while though.
Well, let's get them reunified.
Reunited?
That's it.
We're not the first people to do something like this. There's
No,
one
like you
called-
said, there's millions of podcasts.
There's one called.
Please, this is okay. The best way to get anything in life is begging. Please, listeners, tell your friends, make them listen, tie them down, kidnap them,
Subscribe.
Ransom their children.
Review us on iTunes. All those things.
Yes.
Like, yeah, give us. I think.
If you can get a loudspeaker on your car and just blast it, blast us in disrupt a concert.
I think. Oh God, it's the Rona.
That's going to get us more listeners. Coughing on mic. Pandemic. I like it.
I'm curious to know like how podcasts are doing because more people are staying home. Not a lot of people are probably listening to podcasts.
I think more people are listening to podcasts.
Really?
I know more people are creating them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, creating them, but are they listening?
I think more people are listening. There's a guy at work that has taken up listening to like a lot of the podcasts that I've suggested to him. And
Did you suggest this one?
I did. He listens to it. There's quite a few people at work that listen to our podcast.
At your work.
Yes.
It
It kind of grew like fire in a way that I didn't want.
4 people know about it at my job.
Do they listen?
One for sure. And then one started to recently.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's weird though. It's weird to work with people like one of the guys that listens consistently to the podcast. He listens when it comes out. He made it a point to go, don't change what you say based on the fact that I listen.
I think you talked about that before.
Yeah, and I mentioned that, but it's like it's weird to like. There's no way. Like it's like sorry, man. I can't. You telling me you listen to the podcast will change something at some point. If I ever have like some beef with you or something happens or I'm not going to talk about it on the podcast, I would have normally, but I'm not going to now.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to, there's that. But I'm trying to figure out, I don't know. I've been looking into a lot of different options, Rob, about what I want to do, how I can do it. And
did you write anything for this stand-up night? Mm-mm. You didn't even try to write anything.
I have ideas in my head.
Write them down. That's how. Okay,
I haven't
okay, it's funny that you bring this up because I actually have.
I'll write something down tomorrow. I've been busy.
I have been. Yeah, tomorrow I'll do it tomorrow. I have been thinking about this in a different context, where it's like I was. Because, like, all right, when I listen to people who have, they've already gotten the ball rolling in their careers in terms of writing.
Yep.
And I watch things that they write. There's so many things where it's like, you miss something there, you miss something there, you miss a joke there, you miss a joke there. Like, I could have contributed in a way that at least I think would have been really funny. I think other people would have thought was funny, but you don't get your foot in the door just by like being like, oh, if I was in that writer's room, I could have contributed on that. You have to actually like all of these people, like when they talk about where they started, they all start with like little like BJ Novak or who was on The Office and who's the Indian chick on The Office,
Who plays Kelly Kapoor?
Yeah, Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
Like they went to the same like high school or something. Then they both like wrote plays and for their high schools and wrote little shows and sketch comedy things and like Dan Harmon started in comedy sports, and then Channel 101, like they took their failures and created something with like that. Like, okay, my show, I didn't get picked up by this, so I'm just going to create something else, and it's not going to be as big. It won't be on cable TV, but I can put it out on the internet, and it'll more creative people will flock to me, and then I will work with more creative people. Those people will be the next generation of writers, and when they need somebody funny, then they're like, hey, I remember this guy or this girl or this person who is really funny in their own way that I worked with on this like little independent, like if you're not out there actually creating like little, like we should be making little skit videos and putting them up on our Facebook page, and whether it's Dudes with Brews or whatever. We should be making skits, writing little things, and whether they're funny or goofy or whatever, just putting them out there, because then other creative people see that you're creating and they talk to you. Then they go, hey, I'm creating as well. I like this, or hey, I have some notes that you might. I like the idea, but this might, like, I've been doing it for a while. Here's something that could help you, and then you create these avenues of what's it called?
Avenues.
It's networking.
Avenues of roads.
Yeah, they're called roads, Rob. It's just networking, you know.
Right.
Like, and this goes to all of our listeners. Anybody out there that's like wants to create something. Just create it. You can't want to create.
Right.
You have to create.
Well, that's what I did with this.
And then you have to put it out there. And it's like, the reason I've been thinking about this more is because of this stand-up thing on Saturday night. Like,
Yeah.
This isn't the first time I've been asked to do this, to do stand-up. And 2 people asked me to do this one specifically. And I was like, I've done stand-up 5 times, 10 years ago. Like, how do you even know that
Yeah.
why would you even think of me as somebody to call and ask?
I thought of a bit, and I don't know how, I thought of a bit the other day because it actually happened. So, I have like just a little backstory on it. I drive an 04 Hyundai Elantra. It had 64,000 miles on it. I bought it from my grandparents' fucking neighbors who are either borderline sociopaths or they're just straight up serial killers. I bought it. They didn't drive it for 5 years. I bought it because I needed to save my gas money. It came with a CD player and a cassette player. I have a lot of CDs. I don't use them, so I bought one of those auxiliary adapters.
Okay.
For the cassette. Put it in the cassette. Over time, the thing wouldn't eject, so I like pulled on the string a little bit, and the thing fell out. So now I can't use my adapter
Or your tape deck.
or I can't use the tape deck to listen to my phone. I could haul CDs around if I wanted to. The big thing about it is I can't. I also get I get about 1% of the radio signals because the old man who had my car beforehand, for whatever fucking reason went through his head, went into the back of the car and removed the collapsible antenna to get my fucking radio signals. So I can get one radio signal in town locally. So now because I can't listen to my fucking phone and I don't haul CDs around and I can't listen to the radio, I now have a JBL clip Bluetooth speaker hanging from my fucking rearview mirror.
Illegal.
It's not illegal.
It is. I've been pulled over for it.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, whatever.
Just a JBL speaker. It's weird because mine was actually, mine wasn't a JBL and they let me go.
So I'm driving home from work the other day. The speaker dies. Fuck. I got like 40 minutes left. So I turn the receiver on.
What do you get, like 89.3 classical music?
I don't know what it was. I'm going through and it's all everything you fucking hit. And then finally a song came up and it was fucking horrible. The song was just the most atrocious thing you could hear. And I couldn't tell, and this is what made me mad, if it was not rap music, pop music or country music. 2 genres I'm not very fond of, and I didn't know where to displace the hate. And
Always country in my opinion, but yeah.
And I was just like, I was more frustrated that I was like, I don't know what kind of music this is because it sounds like country, but it also sounds incredibly poppy. And then I realized I was, turning into my father. I'm getting old. I'm almost 30. So that's it really legitimately
almost 30. I'm 33.
it really bothered me. It struck me to my core that I couldn't distinguish.
See, and that's the thing. Okay, so
But that's the bit.
Yeah, and doing stand-up.
funny?
Yeah, it is. And it's doing that in front of people will only make it funnier.
That's
as
a true
in,
story.
Exactly. Those are the best ones. Everything that I wrote for that show, the show on Saturday, is real. It really happened to me.
Should I do that? Should I do
yeah,
that
you
in the
should.
monologue?
I might throw something in there like I would go off on a tangent about why that guy maybe took that antenna out. Like you started with he's a
good idea.
sociopath or a murderer. Guess what? Antennas are great for whipping people. Like they hurt.
I like that.
You know,
It's a good note.
like so just go down and you won't know if those things are funny until or how they're funny because
Well, the problem
Bill
with
Co-
the
like, if you-
format
I
we're
know-
going to do
yeah.
it is we won't know.
That's what's stopping me from doing this one is that it's like a video.
I think you should do it.
I you're not the
Dude,
first
we could
person
do
to
it
tell me
right. We could do it right now, man.
We could.
We could because you got a camera thing on here.
I do.
We could
do.
film you. We got the sound system. Let's put together a little. We can
right,
do some back and forth.
I'm down for it.
And then we'll record it. How long does it gotta be?
I have 5 minutes, I think.
All right, let's just 5 minute stuff, dude.
And that's the thing. Like, when we started doing this podcast, I know I brought this up back when, and I stopped bringing it
Writing
up.
partners.
Yeah. Okay, you remember.
Yeah.
I feel like to me, I need somebody that will kick my ass into writing things and whatever, and I can kick that person's ass into writing things. Like I listened to an interview or some back and forth like Dan Harmon and Jeff Davis where they were like the only reason they made it in show business in any sense is because they had each other like going whenever one of them would get a job, they would pay the other person's bills, like, and go, you're so talented. I know that you'll pay me back later. Like, you're such a good writer. And then like the other person, you're such a good actor. Like, I know that you'll pay me back later down the road. And like they both were like looking back on it. I was a terrible actor and I was a terrible writer at that point. But I never would have gotten to where I am now if I would have just been like, oh, I'm a terrible, like, you know, like you need somebody to, even if you're, and I think they truly believed that each other were as good as they were saying that they were at the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that like, I don't think I can suck your dick anymore when it comes to your creative potential. We have a whole episode. Go listen to We're Brothers or What Brothers, that episode. Like, it's literally just me going, Drew, oh God, you're so good. You're great. You're the best.
I don't remember that.
So it's like, metaphorically, I'm speaking metaphorically. People.
Oh.
But we'll see after the show.
Okay.
But yeah,
You finished your beer. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, I did. I finished it before. No, you finished yours.
I finished mine before, but you usually don't get through it all the way in the episode, so that's
No, yeah. it was-
congratulations.
like I said, you said I wouldn't like it. I liked it. It was
Went
good.
down a dark path already. So.
But yeah, this is a weird episode now because we're literally. But this is my favorite kind of episode. An episode where we talk about what it takes to make an episode, or an episode like we're creating an episode about how to create things, or how to continue creating things. And I hope that for me, if I was listening to this as an outsider, I'd be like, "This is amazing." We're listening to two guys who haven't made it. They sit on a porch, drink a beer, and talk about whatever, but they're creating something. And that's like if I was sitting aside, like on the outside looking in, I'd be going, I wish I had a podcast myself or whatever. Just like I do with writers, I listen to them speak and I go, I wish I was a writer.
I wish I had a pen.
Yeah. That is all it comes down to, I guess.
Or pencil. We don't discriminate.
But I listen to it on my computer and I overlooked
Good
that
type.
completely. Yep.
All right. Interesting, man.
So now that I've gone on a huge ranting monologue about nothing, I guess, but
Well, I gotta figure something out. I'm gonna be sitting with those people tomorrow. They're gonna go through the structure of the locally thing show that I'm hosting.
If it would be, I feel like they should just do it live. I don't know how that would work.
They do.
So the performers are live?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm talking
preloaded. Yeah, it's preloaded.
And it's like, I know that there can be problems with that.
On live. It's going to be me. I'm hosting the thing, dude.
Yeah, you'll be live, yes. So you have the opportunity to, but I don't get why you can be live and the performers can't be.
They could be. It depends how many cameras you got. They're all in different places, Rob. Social distance.
Well, yeah. So if you have a camera, you already have to videotape something. So everybody's got a camera on their phone.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. It's not my thing. I'm just hosting it.
Yeah, I'm just, stand up is such a weird thing where it's like you need the give and take of the audience. It's so weird. Like I used to try and do my act in front of a mirror, and which is essentially what you're doing if you're videotaping yourself on a computer. Like you can see yourself and whatever. It's weird. It's weird.
Well, run your material by me in a minute, and we'll see what goes. I'm gonna do the.
And that's the problem. Is I to run material by somebody is different than like if there's a crowd, I can go through.
Perform it to me. Perform it to me as if there were 800 of me.
I'll try and do that.
Just picture me
next
in my
week.
underwear.
Find out how this goes, and we'll tell you if we did it or not.
We drank Three Sheeps Brewing between you, me, and the wall. My personal favorite sex position, where the disappointment happens in one room and no one talks about it afterwards.
Yep. The shame is secret.
Three Sheeps Brewing Company, of course, in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. A great place. I love it very much. I'm running out of beer again, Rob. We gotta make another run somewhere around here. Drink it or dump it, friend.
Drink it. Dump it down your throat.
Dump? Wow, I like it.
Yeah.
Dump it down the sink or your throat. The old gullet.
The gullet.
The gullet. Say, as we said before, if you want to be cool, hit us up on Instagram, Dudes with Brews Pod. You can tweet us at Dudes on a Porch. Email us, dudesonaporch@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. It really helps those reviews, those subscriptions on Apple Podcasts. Give us a review. Let us know what you think. Even if you think it's shitty, just give us 5 stars to make us look good anyways, and just leave your honest opinion in the comment part of it.
Yeah, because we read the comments.
Yeah, but we also need those 5 stars to gain some momentum. On top of that,
tell your friends how shitty we are.
Tell your friends how shitty we are. Make them listen. We're on the Untapped app. You can follow us on that, be our friends, and you can follow along on what we have been drinking on the show.
That's a real question. Would you rather be really good or really like you could be really good, really bad, or mediocre? Like really good and really bad, you're going to get people listening because you're one or the other. But mediocre is the worst place to be, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. And Rob, I'm glad you're back.
It's good to be back.
It's been a hot second.
Yep.
Now hold me tight and tell me everything's going to be okay.
It's okay.
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.